Again, BESTIA having a few weeks to prepare with this roster. So even Overpass might not be as bad as you'd expect on paper, but of course Inferno is where we begin.
Yeah, we heard their coach saying in the pregame as well that it's two players they're pretty experienced with, that they know pretty well, so maybe can get the best out of their two stand-ins. Makes sense that it is Def to drop those dualies over to his teammates. He'll have a flash available, and it may come into play here because he's on the B bomb site. There isn't that good information here for M80 though. This looks like a fast play from BESTIA.
Numbers game they will hope will overwhelm. That is the God flashbang from the Coffin's position. Only good for that one frag, but Malbs is picking up the slack here. Got awkward angles to deal with, and he'll be dealt with by Deco. Dot should be good, but it is a 3-on-3 retake. No util for the remainder of M80, but it's a pistol round. All you need is that headshot, ultimately. Good angles from Swisher as that smoke dissipates. Good range with the USPs for his teammates as well. But where are these Ts? That's the question. Mayan might be facing two angles. He's got to find a headshot, but he's running out of ammo! How awkward is that? Deco and Noktse remain then. And then there was one versus two. Noktse down to 13 HP. He's got to be quick with these wide swings and find these headshots. They're not on the bomb just yet. Swinging together, but time is of the essence, so Swisher will fall back to get that defuse in time as Rek gets that final frag. You can see why he turned away there. It looks crazy when you're swinging with two, but he realized someone's got to get on this bomb, otherwise we're going to lose the round regardless.
Yeah, good understanding of the situation. And I think for M80, exactly what the Des wanted is what happened here. Def just uses a flash and kind of puts himself in position to set up moves for a couple of kills, at least gets them into a 3-on-3 retake, and then just really unfortunate for Mayan that not only he runs out of ammo, but he doesn't have anyone close enough to actually try and swing and trade him at the right time.
Yeah.
It doesn't work out there for BESTIA, but at least they get a force buy.
Caught half asleep with a Glock requiring a reload. Very difficult way to start things. If he's got the bullets there, I think he gets that kill. It took a while for the CTs to frag him, even once they realized that he had run empty. These force buys always dangerous. Great start from Def though with that MP9, absolutely drilling Deco. Not easy to respond to that, but Nico will get an upgrade to the AK-47 at the very least. Now, in terms of util, there don't seem to be any flashes left for BESTIA, so it's going to be about these dry peaks with these rifles.
Yeah, BESTIA testing the waters at B early, testing the stand-in, but Def delivers. They get sent back towards A. And this is where you do have the core of the M80 roster together, so you'd expect the team play to be solid. Swisher, their star man, alongside Slacks on this bomb site. Looks like a pretty good chance for the hold. Rek will just be playing for information. Not always easy to play this long position when you have a rifle. You'd love an AWP hit to get one kill and drop back, but he has to commit, gets traded, and now CT is open. That gives BESTIA opportunities, but the time is running low.
Surely Noktse has to go first and run that distraction, but will they find Def by that 3 position? That's the info then. B bomb site's been cleared though. Rotation towards Banana as Reversive it makes his way towards CT. 2-on-2 retake then. It is on for BESTIA. They'll have to post plant positions. No util, no flashes for M80. They have to go shoulder to shoulder and make sure they get these trade frags, but will they expect these positions? BESTIA could play a bait setup if they want to. What a double peek is good as well. Mayan with a great start onto Swisher. Now Rek's got to find two with the FAMAS, and he will be denied. So the force buy works out well for BESTIA.
Quad kill for Mayan. Big round for BESTIA. Stepping up early on their map hit, coming straight in with that force. And that A-long position is always so pivotal on Inferno. If you lose that and you lose CT control, it can cause all sorts of issues. That was the initial trade. Maya picks up the AK, and then you see this B setup. Just not that comfortable, especially when Def only has the MP9. It's not going to be easy for him to fight long range at CT. So he's tucked in, his teammate falls, and you don't want Def to be the final pillar on that site. The stand-in, the coach falls. And now it's M80's turn to try and force buy, but it's nowhere near as good as BESTIA's was in the previous round.
Yeah, this is a dire situation. Bear in mind, Slacks has left money in the bank for an AWP later on. I love that detail. again, with MR12 and so on, not every team is doing that in situations like this. And you really need to, so much priority on having a good buy in those buy rounds. You cannot afford to sacrifice that money in a round such as this. Focus from BESTIA in one particular direction. Everybody together.
Smoke. There is a smoke from Morps though. Might slow him down.
This could be quite key indeed. Not through just yet though. Nico M trying to clear some space, and Swisher will get just one on the bomb site. So this is going as expected, more or less. Again, a very dire way to start things. And I was thinking about this as well. There's obviously discussions about the current format of Counter-Strike. Seen threads on Reddit talking about best of ones, and is MR12 enough in a best of one scenario if you're going to have a best of one. I feel like there's a lot of, especially, we used to have those 9-6 score lines in MR15 where there was a lot of play to be had in the second half, but nowadays it's a 9-3 scoreline if one team has 9, and then the second halves can be quite deflating. So again, I do wonder how common these force buys will be from a CT side in that second round. But definitely important for that AWPer to have the money to buy the AWP once that full buy comes in.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that outcome ends up being really unfortunate for M80. They took a bit of a risk stacking 4 towards A. I think they were kind of hoping that they could save a few weapons into this round if the round just went wrong for them. But because they actually got that counter smoke down on B and the rotate over, they felt like they could actually fight and maybe do some damage and have a chance of winning the round. But instead, they just lose a bunch of their weapons without much damage. And that actually gives BESTIA a brilliant chance here to get off to a really good start. A 3-1 lead with some money in the bank. Only the 2 weapons saved for M80 into this one.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Def here on that B bomb site, you may just want to stay alive, hold on to your... Whoa, all right, never mind, everything's changing now. They've actually got a man advantage, and with Def chilling on that B bomb site with a second smoke, this suddenly becomes very dangerous for BESTIA. That was surely a frag to be found by M80. That could change everything. Rek picks up the AK and makes it winnable for Def, who's on the rotation in library already. He doesn't have the range for this. Noktse, he seems to have an idea of, oh no, he was looking library for a second, but Def could be coming from anywhere. Doesn't want to pick up that AK and give the sound cue away. Needs to find Noktse as fast as he can. As he try and draw him out with this, surely doesn't hold. It's such an easy lineup for Noktse. Is he a believer? Playing around the corner of the smoke here. Noktse starting to wonder, revealing himself and almost getting caught. It is a 1 versus 1. Don't worry about the UI bug. Trying to hold Def, but didn't really stand a chance there. BESTIA holding on just narrowly with that close-up action towards top mid.
Yeah, massive round from Rek. Even if they don't win the round, just the damage is so significant. I was worried that M80 wouldn't be able to keep BESTIA's economy down. But that 5-7 just somehow gets those 2 kills on long. Looked like BESTIA really tried to force it as this smoke was sort of being wiped, but didn't work out whatsoever. That transfer nearly gave him the opportunity for the ace. And Def gave himself a chance as well with tapping that bomb. Just couldn't get the kill. But either way, BESTIA's economy will definitely be damaged by that.
Especially on a map like Inferno, the 5-7 is such a powerful weapon in rounds like that. All these close quarters engagements. I think we need to see more of it than we do in some of these CT rounds. But again, we'll soon see what the CT buy looks like. I'm presuming that somebody needs to reconnect to the server. Down to that 1v1 then. But again, they've softened up the T economy for later as they will be heading towards their first buy. And I imagine it's Mayan who needs to reconnect to the server.
Hopefully can get him back soon. Both these teams lost with the same scoreline in their opening matchup. BESTIA 13-8 loss against Monty. They showed some pretty good signs in the first half, but I think Monty started to step up and run away with things in the end. And then M80, also a 13-8 loss against Virtus Pro. I think considering the circumstances, both teams can have positives to take away from the opening games, even in the loss with the stand-ins. It is our North American qualifier against our South American qualifier here in this one at Atlanta. I'm sure M80 will be having some support from the home crowd. Let's see if there is any way they can get going here, because it's BESTIA off to a good start right now.
Do you think this is Virtus.pro's tournament to win?
Oh, that's tough. It feels like it should be, but like Monty are always there lurking. They've beat them before. Complexity, again, also very good. I don't know if you can give one team like that solid of a favorite here. I think all of those three, pretty similar level, depending on who plays their best on any given day.
I'm always expecting Virtus.pro to win. Every Challenger event. They don't always do, but I will still always expect them to win.
Yeah, that's fair. Especially against some of the lesser experienced teams. They just so consistently beat them. VP, one of our teams, already into the semi-final, alongside Apex. A little bit of a surprise, perhaps. But yeah, still waiting for teams like Complexity. They'll be playing later on. Monty as well will be hoping to get their spot into the playoffs. And of course, both of these teams, if they can keep their run going.
I'm sure Monty would like to get some revenge on Virtus.pro at some point. That is the monkey on their back. Just waiting for one last player to reconnect to the server before we continue. There's Monsieur Swisher, who's been quite a notable player in North America for a while, across different teams. Very capable individual, but I'm loving that we're getting to see some Argentinian Counter-Strike here as well.
It was cool to hear from BESTIA, actually, that obviously they know Morbs pretty well. They played against him regionally for quite a while. But Morbs now has come to the North American team. I don't know if you can call them North American in this event. They've got Def coming in to the mix. Morbs still brings them the core of the North American squad, but here we are then. M80 into their first gun round. As you said earlier, saving money to get that AWP for Slacks. This is where we'll really get to see what they're made of, and I'm interested to see their approach to B, because BESTIA were testing B a lot earlier with Def as the stand-in there, and M80 have started with quite a lot of players towards B in this round.
Yeah. A few shortcomings in their buy after the force buy earlier on, which is why I do wonder if that will change over time, at least to some degree. Leaving a little money back for a full buy in a round such as this, because it's so important. If they lose this round, they're basically 5-1 down. And that's so far behind in the current format. I do wonder if we'll see like mid-round aggression from M80 as well. That's a nice grenade. They forced the T's back and basically made them hold a basket to collect that apple. Maximum damage on two of these players, really softened up. Got to be careful though with these jiggles, because Noktse is just around the corner. Reverse it down to 16 also. BESTIA continuing to creep forward. Pretty tense on Banana. But again, I feel like mid-round aggression, with how BESTIA have been setting up for these rounds early, could be quite devastating if a pop flash comes in at the right time. No one really playing anti-flash in these setups. In come the grenades then. Only two players to defend here for M80, and I don't think they can really stop the T's making their way to pull, but that pop flash into pull will slow them down for a moment, creeping around the smokes now, but still there's no rotation from M80. Rex starting to wonder, he'll be coming with util, but surely he won't make it fast enough. He'll be at the well position with a flashbang, but can he get it to the back of the bomb site in time? Morbs had a chance on Mayan there, but dropped the ball. Def now trying to do what he can. He's got T to his left and his right, and this bomb site is collapsing for M80.
Time.
3 seconds and no one's focusing on that bomb plan, as you mentioned. Tunnel vision on all these CTs. Quite a bizarre round in the end then.
Oh, they got stalled so long, just so long. I thought that M80 had made a mistake by having the FAMAS on Morbs, who was committed to the site. I thought maybe Def should give his M4 over, because that kill was so close. Having a man survive on the site could have made such a difference. But Def still gets one, and they just get stalled so long, BESTIA. They don't have any nades remaining. They went for those B plays earlier, but there wasn't as much counter utility. This time, M80 have a lot to slow it down. But now look at the buys on both sides. SMGs in play alongside the rifles. 3 SMGs, 4 M80, and the nades down Banana do so much damage. An early frag and death down low.
That is such a good start for a T side on Inferno. Both teams are with a mixed bag in terms of the buy. What do you do now if you're Rec? Alone on the A-bomb site with an MP9. Where do you go? He's got full util. How do you use it? He's got no one to pop flash him in. Risks have to be taken everywhere. There's a high chance of them losing this A-bomb site. Holding down way too many jobs. And that should be the round. The way they are positioned says if he dies on A, the round is over. We save on B.
Yeah, I think Rec kind of tried to do all he could there. He was like trying to sell the fact that he was flashing a teammate over on long and just pretend that there were way more players here. But realistically, if you even get 2 kills with the MP9 on the solo hold, that's a massive overperformance, and it would still leave your teammates in a terrible position. So I think that was just a gamble taken by M80, with this B site having been such an issue for them. A calculated risk, but BESTIA were ahead of it this time.
Yeah, I'm curious how well M80 will be able to adapt on their CT side again as their economy gets harder and harder to keep above water. They'll be invited to make aggressive plays, but a well-timed aggressive play, I think especially on Banana, could be quite devastating. Difficult for them to identify that though. That classic pop flash play can be very powerful on Banana. Those are deep grenades, which really limited any ideas they had early. I wonder if that will deter them later on. Now, the AWP is still in play for M80. They'd be smart to keep their money together for the next round. But they need to try and find an early advantage if they can. But with grenades like that on Banana, how do they do that?
Yeah, Def was doing a lot of talking there during the save period. So maybe wants something to change. Looks like, in fact, he will play over on A in this round. It's actually all the save guns on this same site, and Def in a pretty good position. Swisher here to help. They didn't spot Def, so he gets one of his own. Finally, he will fall, but he found another before he went down. Big damage from Def.
Bombs in the smoke as well, and now the CTs. Oh, that's great target selection from Nico to drop the rifler. And Noktse still in a 1v1. Out comes Morbs with the AK. That's so smart from Noktse. Expected to face swing and a miss from Slack. Zorp versus Zorp, so patient on the last one. And just down to the wire, but M80 survive. And again, they kept their money together so they could buy regardless. Great job done from the long position there. Worked out perfectly with their positions as well. Swisher on the initial engagement as the first two went through the smoke past Def, which gave him a free kill on that second player, as you see on your screens right here, and managed to squeeze out one more before getting traded.
Yeah, Def stepping up for his team. And for BESTIA, they just go straight into all those rifles. Swisher pulling the trigger first, drawing distraction. Allows the rest of M80 to rotate back and just get there in time. Slacks keeps his cool for the final kill. And this is turning into that back and forth we were expecting. Scrappy Counter-Strike, which can be so fun to watch. Slacks has that AWP again. Haven't seen it too much. Meanwhile, Morbs was trying to get aggressive on Banana.
Oh!
Def, you gotta be careful.
That's a big risk facing with a grenade like that. Position
there's no
taken
bomb
there.
here, but they have the sight.
Oh dear, that's surely the round. Although Swisher is capable of a multi-frag. And indeed, the CTs will only get closer as that bomb makes its way over. Look at that push from Noktse though. Rude. Oh, he could almost find two. Really is back and forth. That's an understatement. But maybe it's just back in the hands of BESTIA now. As Rek tries to escape with this AWP. Hold on a second. Bomb just got planted. You're on a 1 versus 2. Not fancying it though. He'll be off to save. High impact rounds. Very expensive for both squads. You can see the urgency for BESTIA at the beginning of the round to demand control towards Banana as well. A lot of action-packed rounds here on Inferno.
I'm a little surprised BESTIA left the bomb site so soon as well. They started running into CT pretty quickly. Frag was still there holding. That could have got very interesting. But instead, he will just look to hold on to the AWP. Yeah, I think that B site is where M80 are going to have to find the solutions. And it's tough because, as you said, they might want to try and take Banana at some point, but they've already had a round where they just got naded and mollied so badly that it might make you second guess that. I think at some point, Slacks with the AWP could maybe do with putting himself on that B site, trying to find an early kill, just put some presence there with that AWP to make it more difficult. But at the same time, BESTIA are pretty consistently going with these nades. This time a bit more contact heavy. They always have that smoke into CT, making it as difficult as possible. And heads up play from Noktse, takes the risk going through the smoke, but the intuition pays off for him.
Yeah, Banana's proving to be a big issue for M80. So aggressive from BESTIA with the utility as well, really limiting what the CTs can do to try and take control early, but even to get into position to make a play afterwards is awkward. You saw that early swing. It's going to be a difficult puzzle to solve for M80. Even getting into position to deploy the grenades, the airstrikes coming through from that T side are good for 5 rounds from 8 so far. Again, the AWP is still in play, going for that deeper run, but that smoke will deny all vision. BESTIA with attention to detail. 3 players for M80. They know that there's high urgency towards this B bomb site. Swisher, oh, sound cute. Can he pick good timing with which to find something here? As players move into the apartments, they could go down past him towards Boiler. He might even get 2. I can't imagine they check this balcony position.
BESTIA just put a lurk smoke down over on B. Slacks is ahead of that with the AWP. Looks like Reversive will be trying to take apartments control. Is this overlooked? Swisher should have 1 for free. Turns around. It's a jump scare onto Reversive. But Slacks elsewhere getting into play with that AWP, trying to lock down this B site. No smoke yet in play. Finally it comes up and Slacks can do nothing. He'll have to concede the site here.
That's an important frag for Rec. That could have pulled them from pillar to post. That'll give them a 3-on-2 before the bomb's even planted. They've got some util as well, as Dev tries to run distraction, but can anyone play off of it? Slacks holding defensively for the time being. He could take a shot and fade away. Now trying to get more aggressive, but the elevation from Deco is perfect. 2-on-2, big flash, big swing. But nobody is home. Nico went behind the wall for the time being, inviting M80 to that point of no return. They'll get more success than they were expecting. And with 2 surviving at the end of the round, they'll take their score to 4.
Def having some pretty important kills here, playing much better than yesterday. That was a massive fight in the 2-on-2, one that I did not expect him to win with the MP9. But he had a good idea on the position after seeing the player up top. Figured he must have dropped down into dark. So the crosshair placement on point. And having that AWP with Slacks there, just at least to get 1 kill, definitely helps on this retake. As you said, important frag from Rec gives them the advantage. And he's just able to turn back to Banana, realizing his teammate didn't need his help. 5-4 lead, BESTIA still with a bye, but they are brittle in this round. Only 2 AKs currently. Then again, these MAC-10s on Inferno can definitely be deadly, and this has been a scrappy game already.
Nothing worse than a teammate in front of you jumping as you throw your grenade, and again it's fast from BESTIA, looking to oppress this B-bomb site, and that is a really big frag, which leaves Mobs on an island, and he can't stand long enough for Slacks to help out. He had 2 flashes in CT, but they were just too fast. And again, Banana and B is the solution to BESTIA's problems on this T side. Not giving M80 a chance to make any plays, simply overwhelming, swarming with the numbers and closing out the round real quick.
It's a second round now where Def has actually had a better weapon than Morbs on that B site hold. Morbs with the MP9, Def with the rifle. I think Def will be a little frustrated. He knows he probably should have got that kill on the player jumping through into CT. But when you're a coach standing in, sometimes you're going to miss those frags, miss those moments. Morbs has had a bit of a struggle here on B. It's not just been Def being the stand-in, it's Morbs who's having a tough time as well. 4 and 10 right now. He's died in every single round, Morbs. Just goes to show how many rounds have ended towards B. That jumping Mac-10. So
what can you do about that? Right.
Yeah, 2 jumping Mac-10s.
It's crazy, but it's working. They are exploiting B perfectly. M80 still eking out buys in many of these rounds. Not much to show for it. CT Orpo of only 3 kills is quite lacking. Again, with the action towards B, BESTIA have been avoiding it in the best way. Again, early presence in that direction. Reserve keeping the CTs honest on the other side of the map.
Switch up in the positionings. Def playing Boiler in this round. Swisher deciding to go over to reinforce B. Might be a good idea to have a bit more firepower on that B site. But it looks like in this round, BESTIA actually going to go back towards A.
Time to establish control towards top mid. Whole team is here. There's one flash in the hands of the B players. Not really risking going for a play, just giving BESTIA the space to make a play of their own. And Slax is going to rotate over towards that B bomb site. But again, such a reactive game, but with the numbers being abused by the T side, this leaves M80 in a lot of trouble wherever BESTIA choose to go. Def looking for the push to come through. Here we go. Can he find another one though? No, traded by Deco, and that leaves Rek with a lot to do. He is deleted by Mayan, and again, that's the round over. I think all the action towards B has maybe left M80 a little shell-shocked. But again, that mid to late round hot flash play, at least for information, could be crucial, but maybe they don't think it's worth the risk. But then taking gambles on the rotation without much info leaves you chasing BESTIA as they control the game somewhat uncontested.
Yeah, BESTIA continuing this just heavily grouped up play style. And as you said, if M80 could see the whole map, I'm sure they would be obviously going for these aggressive plays. If they knew every round was like this, sometimes that can be hard to read when you're actually just on the server. Shot from Slax, at least a chance for him to get a kill or 2 on the board. That AWP has not been as involved as M80 would want here. BESTIA now with a 7-4 lead. This is their map pick on Inferno, looking very solid. They had the opportunity, just losing that fight against Mayan on the edge of the smoke. Just feels like BESTIA are always finding weaker bomb sites here. Def has always had to be involved. I'm sure he'd rather he was on the site that wasn't being hit. Last round of the half then. Can M80 at least salvage something here? Splashes into mid, Slax forced back.
No respect shown from BESTIA whatsoever. A minute 37 and they have complete control of top mid. AWP has been neutered for the side of M80. They have taken Banana as in response. M80 Rek in trouble now as they are just charging his position. Somehow able to hold on for now, but can his teammates from long help him? Not before the shrapnel comes in. They're just getting pushed away from every angle. Look at these frags come through for BESTIA. No response for M80. Getting absolutely ruined by this T side of BESTIA. Def not sure where to look. These Ts could be in so many different places. Such a fast round from the squad. Close to their 8th round, and here it will be a very strong half with plenty of intent from BESTIA, giving themselves a 8-4 scoreline at halftime.
If we could talk, but then say nothing. Maybe you just had too much to say. Cause when you call me up, you just want one thing. And maybe in the end you'll get your way. But I just wanna know, oh, 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 yeah. If we should take it slow, oh, 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 yeah. I just wanna show take a moment to slow things down, work this out. I got your love on top. We're in the moment, and maybe that's what we're about. Tell me what you want me to be, baby. I promise I can be the one you're craving. 'Cause I think that I know what you've been chasing. Girl, I'm sick of waiting. I'll be yours for the taking. But I just wanna know, oh, 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 yeah, if we should take it slow. Oh, 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 yeah, I just wanna show you I'd do anything for you, girl. I just wanna know, oh, 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 yeah, I just wanna know. I just wanna know. I just wanna know. I just wanna know your baby. Yeah, yeah. I just wanna know. Oh, 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 yeah. If we should take it slow. Oh, 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 yeah. I just wanna show you I'd do anything for you, girl. I just wanna know. Oh, 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 yeah. I just wanna know. Oh, 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 yeah. If we should take it slow. Oh, 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 yeah. I just wanna know. I just wanna show you I'd do anything for you, girl. I just wanna know. Oh, 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 yeah. I just wanna know. I just wanna know. I just wanna know. I just wanna know.
I think it'll be a relief for M80 that their CT side is over with. 4 rounds gives them a little room to breathe, but of course the pistols are also important in CS2. On the T side then, let's see what they have to offer. Are those HEs being dropped? What do these CTs have in mind? Some dirty tactics to come later on, I wonder.
I mean, Nico M solo towards B right now. I wonder if those nades will come in case there's a bomb plant, try and delay. They have a kit as well.
Yeah, he's literally playing from the angle where if they take the bomb site, he'll bounce the HEs off the wall for that default plant spot. So
I don't know, can you get them down in time to deny the bomb plant? Or would the kill come after?
I think afterwards, yeah.
I think probably after. Oh, this aggression down mid from BESTIA. They're going to have a fast flank on this as well.
Oh, here comes the smoke then. Let's see Nico. There's the first one, and there's the second, but maybe not all the damage he was hoping for. Hot flash as well. Hold on a second. They just come out of nowhere up banana like they're on segways. 5-on-4. They're here immediately. Deco's got a smoke to drop on the bomb and go for that smoke diffuse as well. This could be quite exciting. Where's the... Oh, everyone's almost dead already. Nico M and Mayan. Wow. Everyone's dead. That was... that was fast. That was very fast.
Yeah, crazy. I mean, M80 thought they had a bouncer on banana. Clearly the bouncer was tipped off or something, or paid off, because he just lets everyone pass. They actually had no one there. But it doesn't matter, because there's only the 1 kill for BESTIA off the back of the banana play. And then there's a bit of a team flash in there, and M80 are able to just reposition in and around the ruins, get into good positions. And so they're still in this game. That was an important pistol for them. There is a force buy for BESTIA. A couple of those 5-7s you like. The scout not having any success though. Slax will land that headshot onto Noktse. Looks like M80 might want something fairly fast here.
Oh. Outside of Honor at Impact last week, I haven't seen much success with a scout in general in CS2, or for a while really. Often lacking. Go for the Mag 7 instead, I say. Especially on Inferno. Mag 7 will leave you with money in the bank. Now, when we saw the CT force buy, let's see what Martin can do here. Made himself a 1v3 now. Never mind. So, when we saw the force buy from M80 on the CT side, they left money in the hole for the AWP. BESTIA didn't bother to do that, so we'll see what their full buy looks like later on. But Yeah, I think with the claustrophobia of Inferno in its current iteration, I do wonder if we'll see more Mag 7s at play in future.
I remember, I think it was Ships who used to get a shotgun and just jump at half wall on Banana, and it was surprisingly good at getting damage. As long as they were sort of medium to close range on Banana, you'd just be jumping, Mag 7ing it, which was always fun. So yeah, definitely potential for that to be explored. I like this stack. I feel like Astralis were the team that brought stacks like this into the meta. Just have everyone on different angles of elevation. Hope you can all land dinks. And that will happen. That's at least 1 kill. Basically all you can really hope for out of this round.
Slax will entertain. Running low on bullets though. Glock should be enough. Come on now.
Noktse actually got another kill and denied the bomb plant. So there we go.
He's got a Galil as well. He's got to take the fight to them though. Don't be distracted by this long guy. He's got to go and find a 1v1, and he knows it. This is not the angle they're expecting on it, almost lining up for him. Woo! That one could have been fun. It was. Could have been more, though. Anyway, now the real game begins in their second half. Let's see what the buy looks like for BESTIA on their CT side. We didn't really see much from Slax with the AWP in that first half, looking down mid in plenty of rounds, but wasn't really challenged in the ways he was hoping. We even saw that poke into second mid, but just nothing doing for him. Noktse will have the AWP for that first round then. Very good buy here for BESTIA. Slax is ready though. T-side, great success. Mayan making a play down second mid, and they've lost too early, BESTIA.
Now, how do they respond to that? They've taken Banana. Even a deep smoke, so Deco can get into mid. See the T side actually pretty limited in their map control, despite being a man up. They've got a lot of utility, which could be used to cut off these angles. Make it hard for the CTs to fully hold this down, especially with silenced M4s. Not easy to get those big spray downs. And the patience will pay off for M80. BESTIA felt like they had to do something down a man. And M80 basically just played their trap card, and BESTIA fell straight into it.
Slax still on the ramp with the bomb.
Someone missed a smoke.
Waiting for the bomb site to be secured, but how long will it take? Because Deco's getting closer. Ooh, he won't get close enough anymore.
Should have spotted Swisher there.
There's another smoke, which... I'm looking at the radar at Slax's smoke, and I don't know why they would do that. It looked like it bounced off the wall, so I think they were maybe going for a coffin smoke, maybe want to practice later.
Yeah, maybe they're practicing lineups now. They know this round is guaranteed. Wow, M80 about to tie up the scoreline. It was looking bad for them coming into this second half, but they win the pistol, they keep going. As you said, Slax didn't have that many opportunities in the first half. Both these teams, though, happy to go for the T-side AWP on Inferno, which is not that common, I would say. I know that Zaiwu, for example, will often just rifle on T-side. Doesn't think it's that effective.
Yeah, post-plant really is where the power is with the AWP on the T-side of Inferno.
Yeah, this time for Slax, though, he gets given that fight down mid, gets given that chance.
Yeah, you know, I think historically in CSGO, it was all about post-plant. But again, these channels are so much narrower in CS2 Inferno that I feel like the AWP might have more utility on the T side than it did previously before you plant that bomb. I don't think you're always going to get swung by a CT while you're at the bottom of T ramp like that, but
yeah,
I do think there'll be some more utility. We'll see. Still very, very early here for the lifespan of CS2.
We definitely were seeing quite a lot of CT aggression as well at the start of CS2. I think that's maybe slowed down slightly, but if you have an AWP holding, as the CTs go aggressive, it'd be a good way to counter it. BESTIA realizing they are going to have to get their heads in the game here. They're going to have to grind on their CT side. Still have pistols in this one. 5.7s and Deeds. alongside that one rifle.
This is quite an investment from BESTIA, even with leaving money in the bank, and it looks to me that they're trying to hold on to their smokes for as long as possible and put M80 in a situation where they'll make a mistake. And then these pistols can get working. So if you pay attention now, minute 15 on the clock, and that is the first of 4 remaining smokes. That's the last one on the B bomb site, however. All the other smokes are towards A. Apartments unchallenged at present for M80. Now, Reversive's going to be rotating over, presumably, to give them one more extra smoke. You can see the bomb is on Banana as well, so this could be good timing for him. Noktse's got a few seconds to hold on to this smoke, so the plan is kind of working for BESTIA so far, especially with Mayan in an elevated position towards, say, a bomb site. M80 don't have information as to where these CTs might be stacking.
Yeah, this gets a little sketchy now. Smoke plopped down. I was wondering where it would go.
Ooh, Death's angle here. This could be the difference maker if he can find a kill. Has he been spotted though? He's going to end up getting sandwiched by these players. And now they've lost their lurker on the A bomb site. In towards B they go. The util's been used by BESTIA. They've just got to frag out now. It's good flash goes. Nico drops back, but Deco's in the back with the M4. And this might just work out for BESTIA. 10 seconds to get this bomb planted. Surely there's a play through the smoke here. It's the right play to make, but it won't be. Oh, he's so close. He was so close. A great effort from BESTIA, a good plan. But it may have come to an end now. That said, Rek and Slacks are very low health. You can see Slacks holding the angle, delivering fast enough. That was a nervous one from M80. A noble effort from BESTIA.
Yeah, definitely cool to see they have ideas for that round, still trying to make it close. Those smokes that they're left with on A actually help make sure they funnel M80 into that one rifle that's on B. It does some good work. And I think M80 might have lost track of the clock slightly there. Even the spacing as they approached that B site was very uncomfortable. They are able to get the round win. They do need another rifle, which they will go back for. As BESTIA back to a buy themselves. Deep smoke was deployed down onto Banana early. And M80 were maybe a little late out of spawn. So they're having to put T-side smokes on Banana to try and take it back. More utility exchanged on Banana. Looks like BESTIA really want to take that position over. Looks like it's worked for them. Nico M pushed down deep. Oh, somehow found a kill through the smoke as well.
Banana continues to be a huge flashpoint in this series. M80 moving towards top mid then. You can see BESTIA repositioning on Speedway as well. Nico, I'm not shy to have a look down Banana, but M80 are creeping. They're starting to prod Banana as well, and this timing could be very fruitful for BESTIA as they make it 3 for M80. Flash and 2 smokes remaining. Now, do they read that BESTIA have fallen back? What is the play here? They kind of spread a bit thin here, M80, across the map with 28 seconds to go. Offering utility towards B, but with nothing behind it. How long does Deco rotate for? Goes into CT, but straight back to long for him. Now, there's going to be a big fight here. Mayan needs to deliver. There's enough time for Deco to rotate over as well. That's the bomb carriers. Got the trades are here. That's a big second frag for Swisher. Very strong in the clutch. Collects the bomb. 4 seconds. He's just about got time for it. Noktse going for the gamble around the smoke. Has he gone for the push though? Trying to look over, but the sound cues are there. Swisher knows where he is. Where's that second player though? Plenty of sound. One on the site looking for that trade fragger. I think he's seen him as well. Down to the 1v1. He's got Noktse off the bomb, but not off the AWP. And it will be a tied score then. BESTIA surviving with 1.
Oh, I feel like if Swisher has a little more time, maybe that plant position is different. Maybe he has the extra 2 seconds and he can put it somewhere more open. But instead, that defuse is allowed round the corner and Swisher starts to stress. Knows that it's possible it could be being defused behind that box. And so he tries to swing wide, but just drops down to his death. Such a great effort, though, from Swisher here. That turnaround was incredible. Had no right getting that second kill. Unfortunately, swings a little too wide at the end. BESTIA happy they can hold on, but that got way scarier than it should have for them, considering M80 were struggling to find an end goal in that round. I do wonder if we see any switch up here from M80. I just feel like they're getting lost in the mid and late rounds slightly, not finding an end goal as a team they can work towards. Maybe something faster, something more committed could work for them.
Heading towards the clutch rounds of this game. Both teams on the bye. Quite lacking for BESTIA's util though. Those flashes, those 4 flashes they've got, make it 3. This will be very, very crucial indeed. And just as was done to them, M80 charging straight up Banana. Nico getting barbecued. Leaving Deco on an island. He has a smoke. Noktse on the way. Is there a pop flash for him? Quite a rudimentary flash there. Not quite the pop flash from the well and the swing. He wants to get his AWP into position. That's the priority for him. So far, so good.
I am playing up top. Has assistance with him down below. Hard angle to clear. Swisher decides he doesn't want to take it. But BESTIA will reposition back to the site, looking to buy a bit more time for this rotate. And Deco into position. They're funneling through the smoke straight into him. Black's doing what he can. And he will hit the headshot. Important frag, but still a difficult round.
Such a big angle. Noktse with the AWP down mid as well. Reversive will play off of that as BESTIA take control and take the lead on their CT side, delivering with that AWP. Very active, moving around the map. Good comms for a team with 2 stand-ins. M80 in trouble now. No bomb plant will hurt them a lot as well.
Yeah, big risk taken here through the smoke. Deco in position at the right time. M80 a little frustrated now. This T side has not netted them success. And again, this buy is awkward. They go back to spawn. Swisher gets the AK eventually. Wolves has to go with the Deeg, and that gives extra time for BESTIA to just take all this map control for free.
I feel like Sanji and the Mac 10 would be so good in CS2 on Inferno. Seeing that pop flash lineup just gave me memories. Critical round for M80. If they break the CTs here, that could lead to a map win. So a big round, a lot on the line for both D squads. Noktse dropped by Slacks with that AWP, having quite reasonable success on this T side. 18 frags for him.
M80 have left that bomb at spawn. Let's get that figured out. 40 seconds remaining. They've already struggled sometimes in the late round. They will get that picked up. Smokes into top mid. A couple of players taking this area, but B is currently wide open. BESTIA getting the information, but surely M80 have a free bomb site.
Yeah, they're going to dare rotate here. Looks like they were making the... Oh, this changes everything. Double AWP to try and hold, and that bomb's not even planted just yet. This could be quite interesting. Reverse it, takes one in the face, and they will suddenly lose everything. It almost looked like they were gambling 4 on the A bomb site and saving if they go B. But again, they found enough success to rotate over and lose every tool in the tool shed. That shed is empty, and they could be in some trouble now, BESTIA.
Yeah, that's where having those 2 AWPs is really valuable. Slacks getting the initial kill, then did even more work. This was a nice wipe of the smoke. Rek got caught in transition, but Slacks just able to get the first. Second player jumping round. Didn't realize Slacks would get back onto that angle so quickly. All tied up. Not the flash Slacks wanted, but it is against pistols for the most part. Noktse able to get the 1 AWP into this one. Just looking to take initiative there into second mid, but no one there against him. Orbs spearheading this attack up Banana. Another nade lands. Moves down to 28 health. Smoke in alongside alongside a flash. M80 have to just fall back there. It's the last utility BESTIA had, though.
One of those rounds where you have to play to win as opposed to play not to lose. A flash here, again, could have been so interesting for BESTIA with these 5-7s roaming. Look at that peek from Mulbs. That is such a big entry frag. Talk about an impact frag. Oh dear, Nico M. Does he anyway he gets a third hit? No. The main threat neutralized. Not much for the remainder to lose, though. They can close the distance behind that smoke should they choose to. HE may send guns further away. Is there any way for them to save the orb in this round? Noktse has got $400 in the bank. Might be hoping. Maybe the explosion sends towards CT or something. Nothing else really to gain from this round at this point. Again, M80 breaking that CT economy. That's a crucial time. Make their exit now.
Oh,
360s again. Seen those before. Hello, Nico.
Terrorists win.
Both of them died to the bomb, so no AWP save for the CTs, but one taken away at least. But it is M80 into the lead here. Getting down to crunch time. That's the peak. Oh, the transfer was so clean as well. See why Noktse wants to try and get back into Banana there with the AWP. Needs to take initiative in that round, he feels. And they just used some utility to try and clear it out, but M80 retook it pretty quickly. Here comes the buy for BESTIA then. Deep smoke down onto Banana. Slacks again looking for this fight on mid. You see this T-side smoke into top mid as well. That's something that can be wiped with a nade for a fast pop play if they want it. Right now, it looks like M80 will take the apartments. It's good timing from Mayan, though. He'll get away with one.
We have seen terrible grenades in this game, honestly. All over the place. Smokes, flashes, HEs.
Just some fireworks to celebrate the frag. He's got his team into a 5v4. He's done his job.
Yeah, that's really important for BESTIA in their current situation. And again, M80 won't be in the most ideal situation should they lose this round. They'll have to wait out these longer smoke grenades. This will really kill their time. And who knows what's behind it? You can see Nico's in a very deep position. Noktse's got no flash. He does have an AWP, though. That scope will surely be heard. This is
so awkward.
This looks quite explosive. Have a look at this setup from the CTs. Wonderful stuff. Absolutely crushing M80. They are in so much trouble.
Wow. That is so high risk, having that AWP close and a player sitting in the smoke. I thought M80 were going to get something out of that, but no, it's just so unexpected. The AWP's able to get the first frag, and then Nico M unloading. That was the good timing. Waited for the flash, peeked when he knew the players were about to cross. And then Nico M, he peeked in. I think the players weren't 100% ready for that position so aggressively. BESTIA take a risk that pays off.
Oh my God.
M80 with a terrible buy. You can't even call this a buy. They got almost nothing.
What a sick setup. Dismantling M80. Forced to concede game point. Rolling with a few pistols. Dire straits for M80 now. Very back and forth affair in the opening map of our series here. First series of the day at DreamHack Atlanta. Action-packed from beginning to end. And Nubis and overpass to come.
Where did that come from? Death with a crazy deke shot. Don't think it will lead to anything. As you said, BESTIA's map pick, but hanging in the balance right now.
What dear, oh dear.
Counter-terrorists.
That's one of the GOAT nades I've seen.
Well, BESTIA confirm the opportunity to close their map. 1 map point. Are they able to get their map pick over the line? M80 started this second half so strong, but BESTIA have been able to build enough CT rounds to get themselves into a good position. Orbs, where is your buy, buddy? I'm a little confused. AKs, and there we go. Morbs will buy eventually.
It's not the first time we've seen someone go back to T-Spawn to buy in this game.
It's been struggles.
Everybody a little bit sleepy, it seems. Better be alert and awake for this round, though, because everything's on the line.
BESTIA are pushing second mid. With everything on the line, they take a big risk, and it's paying off for them right now.
Rek's going to find himself in a sandwich. I love the aggression from BESTIA, and it may yield yet more results as he rounds the corner Mayan, and this is surely over. M80 have got to push B, and they've got to push it now. They've got a 3 versus 2 on this bomb site, and that is their best chance. The longer they wait, the worse it gets. They've got nowhere else to go. Delayed by the Molotov. Look at that rotation coming through as well. They're in so much trouble. Just waiting for that smoke to be deployed. Up close is Noktse. 1 by 1, they drop M80. Outfoxed by BESTIA towards the end, and New York to get the final frags. A very back and forth affair, but a very aggressive CT side and a strong map win in the end from BESTIA.
Yeah, they get it done. Bit of a brawl, in all honesty, but they get the map win. That's the main thing. And I love the confidence to make that play at the end from Mayan. He had a fantastic map here, and that is something M80 clearly were just not expecting. They didn't even